Oh my gosh, my voice. Hey guys, welcome back to, oh my gosh. My voice is so bad. Oh my gosh. Let's try to do this video. I'm gonna try to do this video anyway. Hey guys, welcome back to Live, Love, Life, and Travel. This is your girl Shamika, and welcome. If you're new here, welcome. Just to let you know, I usually upload my travel videos every Monday through Thursday and my free talk videos throughout the weekend. So if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. So Merry Christmas, everybody. So you might be asking why I sound like a chain smoker or a truck driver or something. A really sexy lesbian. It's because I had like a really bad allergy attack last night. Like I literally sneezed like 300 times, and your allergies is like all up in your face and my neck and my throat. I didn't realize it affected my voice this bad because I don't talk to myself. I talk to myself a lot, but like in a whisper. So I didn't know I sounded like this. So I apologize, but I really wanted to upload a video because it's Christmas and I wanted to give you guys some Christmas spirit and Christmas cheer, because honestly, like, not everybody's going to be with their family, especially if you're traveling, especially if you're a solo traveler. And then I remember when I was younger and I went off to college, or not to go, I did go to college, but I went off to live in LA away from my family, and so for a long time I didn't spend Christmas with my family. And I remember when I first started spending my holidays away from home, every year I would have this same like anxiety or panic attack that I wasn't gonna have anybody to spend Christmas with. Like my worst nightmare was honestly having to spend Christmas alone. I was scared about how that was gonna feel, like if I was gonna be sad or depressed or lonely or whatever. So I wanted to make this video for all those people who are going to be with their families or going to be alone, and maybe you won't see this video till after anyway, but yeah. So I wanted to do, this is going to be a story time video, by the way, and I wanted to tell you guys 2 stories about the best Christmases I've ever had. And believe it or not, none of them involved my family. Sorry, dear family, but when I was younger, like, I was being abused, so none of my holidays were happy. And then when I ran away from home, I didn't have a really good relationship with my biological family because I resented them, and I don't resent them anymore, but at the time I did. I forgive them now. And then my adopted family, it was still really new, so I was still really awkward every time we went to like holidays, like, you know, like people who didn't know that I got adopted, like, would always apologize for not having Christmas gifts for me and stuff, but whatever. So all my favorite best Christmas memories were not with my family, unfortunately, but it's just to prove that you can still have amazing Christmases if you're not even with your blood relatives. Because let's be honest, we don't pick our family, but we pick our friends, right? Okay, so let's get started. Well, the first memory I have of like my absolute favorite best Christmas ever was the first year I spent in LA away from home. So it was my first time not having family for the holidays, and I was really worried, but never fear. Like, it turned out amazing, and honestly, it was just 4 of us. It was just so intimate and sweet and loving. And so it was me, my BFF at the time, my gay boyfriend, and his roommate that I hooked up with a couple times. He was Greek, and his Greek grandfather came down. His Greek roommate grandfather came down, or grandfather or father, a little old Greek man came down and like cooked us Christmas dinner. And the 3 of us, like, we're like really young, like 19, 20, and all 3 of us, this was all our first time spending away from home, except my friend's roommate, because his father is there, so we had a bit of a family, but it was our first time being away from our nucleus family for the holidays. So as this little cute ass Greek dude was in the kitchen, like, cooking us this really authentic Greek dinner for Christmas, we were all sitting in the living room, and just like picture it in your mind. We're all sitting in the living room, and we all wanted to be like really grown up, so we all had our like glasses of red wine, and then being really hipster before hipster was cool, we had like the turntable playing these really old school like Billie Holiday records, like old jazz records, and we were just like sitting down talking about life, talking about how it was for the first time to be out on our own, to be adulting for the first time. Talked about like our hopes and dreams and our aspirations, what we wanted to be when we grow up. And then like the little Greek man came out with his tray of like the most delicious food ever. And granted, this is before I was vegan, so sorry my vegans, but like yeah, he cooked like pretty much like a whole poor baby lamb and like, but it had all the fixing, like the potatoes and the carrots and the gravy, and it was just it was to die for. Like it was like for 3 kids who weren't gonna be home and didn't think they were gonna have like a home cooked dinner, to have like the most delicious Greek home cooked dinner. And I love Greek food, I love Mediterranean food. Like, so yeah, I didn't have like my soul food that year, I didn't have like my baked mac and cheese and my collard greens and all that stuff, but it was still really good. And it was just like the fact that I was with the person and the people I wanted to be with at that moment the most. This was my friend at the time that I loved, and it was so intimate, and just it wasn't big, it wasn't extravagant, we didn't spend a lot of money, we didn't go anywhere fancy. It was just us, and we chose to be together. We made our little family that year, so it was perfect. And after that, like that night, I think we met with the rest of our friends. Like around that time, I had like a good group of friends. Well, like, you know, young college age friends. You know, when you get older, everyone goes away. But, you know, so at that night, we all went out and went to like a dive bar and just had drinks and, you know, danced the night away and made out and stuff. And, you know, young kids shit. So that was fun. So that was my first memory of having the best Christmas ever. So my second one, my second favorite Christmas, my second memory, my second best Christmas ever is when I was completely and utterly alone. I didn't spend this Christmas with anybody. My worst nightmare. This is when I was older now, and like I said before, you know, after college, a lot of your college friends go away. They go back home to their families. They make their own families, or you just lose touch. And for some reason, the little bit of my group of friends got a lot smaller, which is fine as long as they're your friends, your real friends. That's fine. Even if you just have one friend, if that's your real friend, that's all you need, you know. But so the few friends I did have, they were all going home for Christmas, and I was like scrounging. Like I was trying to find anybody I can like spend Christmas with. Like the little old lady down the street, like, please invite me to your Christmas, because like I said, this was like my worst nightmare, like spending Christmas all by myself. You know, nobody loves me, nobody wants me, whatever. But honestly, like once I realized like, okay, this is my reality, I'm literally gonna spend Christmas all by myself, I should have just accepted it. And I was like, okay, so what do I want to do for Christmas then? And I decided, like, I think the reason why this was my best Christmas ever is because, and it's almost like my first solo trip, you know, like my first time being solo and reaping the rewards of being solo, is I did exactly what I wanted to do. I planned out what I wanted to do that day, and I did it exactly. And so the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to go to my favorite cafe. And if you guys know me, I love cafes, I love coffee, I love conversation. So I went to my favorite cafe, and I got, you know, like when you get like a mocha chocolate or a mocha latte or whatever, and you don't get all the fixings because you don't want to get fat and you want all the calories or whatever, so you don't get the whipped cream, and you don't get like the shaves of like cocoa or chocolate, you don't get all that stuff. Like I got all that stuff. I got like extra whipped cream and extra shavings, and then I got like the biggest molten chocolate lava chocolate oozy cake I can think of. And I sat there for probably 3 hours, and I just sipped on my mocha latte, my luscious mocha latte, and my luscious dark beautiful chocolate cake. And I just had conversations with people. Like I just talked to everybody else who had nowhere else to go and nowhere else to talk to and no family to spend time with, or people who did have family and didn't want to spend time with their family. And we just talked about life. Again, I love talking about life. I love deep conversation, and that's why I want to take my channel. I really want to talk about really deep shit, because I don't thrive off of like surfacey conversation. I love talking about stuff that matters. And so we talked about religion, politics, sex, love, life, cultural events. We talked about all that good stuff until we couldn't talk anymore. And, you know, the cafe started emptying out because I think it closed at a certain time so the workers can spend time with their families. I'm so sorry if you guys can't understand what I'm saying. I am trying to articulate as best I can. And so then after the cafe, I was like, I already planned on seeing Black Swan that year. I saw their previews and I was like, oh my gosh, I love dance, I love ballet, I love, the movie looked amazing. So I was like, I'm gonna go see Black Swan. And I think it was like opening night or like close to opening night, so it was packed. There was so many people there and the movie was amazing. And I love the fact that I didn't have to like, you know, I didn't have to come to agreement with anybody. I picked the movie I wanted to watch and I watched the movie I wanted to watch. And I love that movie. It was so, so good. I still think Black Swan is an amazing, amazing movie. And so then after the Black Swan, I walked down to the pier, the harbor, where the water is in Long Beach near the harbor. And then next to the harbor, there's this beautiful aquarium. And the aquarium was like open for the holidays, like it was free entrance, so you can go in and like see all the fishes, and all the aquariums were all lit up inside, and it was like so pretty and so intimate. And then by the harbor, it was all lit up and pretty, and not a lot of people were out, but there were some people out with their families and couples were out, and I didn't feel like alone. I didn't feel like, oh, this sucks, I don't have a boyfriend or I don't have a family. I just took it all in. I took the beauty of the harbor in. I took the beauty of the lights and the beauty of the aquarium and the beauty of the water in. And I literally just walked for like an hour and just contemplated life and thought about life and thought about the new year and the year that passed. And it was just nice, and the fresh air and the breeze from the water, it was just felt really good on the skin and then on my soul, really. And then after that, like, you know how all the boats are parked out in the front and you have like a little gate that leads to the entrance of the boat? I always thought those gates were locked. They're not locked. So I saw like one of these boats and I was like, that's a really pretty sailboat. And I kind of just nudged on the gate thinking it was going to be locked, but it was open. So like I just went and chilled on people's sailboats. And no, I know that's like kind of breaking and entering, but I didn't steal anything. I just literally like went on their sailboats, like walked around and like chilled out and like looked at the stars and took in the breeze from the ocean, and it was just like, I was just chill. And I remember thinking like, this is a really fucking good Christmas. Like it was really, really nice. And it's all because like I changed my mentality. You know, at first the idea of spending Christmas alone scared the shit out of me, and I thought I was gonna be so sad. But once I realized that that was gonna happen and there's nothing I can do about it, I decided to change my mentality, change my outlook on it, and say, you know what, okay, I'm gonna be by myself, so fuck it, who cares? I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, and I'm gonna make this knock-ass banging Christmas. And yeah, I didn't do anything extravagant or anything like that, but I think it's because I changed my outlook on it and took that time to really enjoy myself and also enjoy the other random company and other random conversations I came into, which I think about it now is like the mark of my first time really being solo, because that's how it is when you're solo traveling. You get to do whatever the fuck you want. And when you want to meet friends, when you want to have conversations, they're there. But when you're alone, you're not lonely. You're good with yourself. You appreciate your own company, you know. And so I just wanted to make this video for people who are going to be alone for the holidays, even if it's New Year's, to not be down on yourself, to not look at it as like, I'm alone, nobody likes me, nobody loves me, I have no friends, I'm a failure. Don't look at it that way. Look at it, this is my chance to do whatever the fuck I want and to really figure out why I love myself and why I like myself and why I love my own company, and just really indulge yourself, you know, like go eat that like triple layer chocolate cake, go buy that expensive watch, like go, you know, dance the night away, you know, just go do whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't have to be depression. It doesn't have to be depressing. You know, if you're not with your family, you can still celebrate the love of your family by appreciating your own life. Get on Skype, tell your family you love them the fuck out of them, and well, don't say you love the fuck out of them, or it depends what family you have, you know. You know, I called my mom, I called my dad, and I tried to call my brothers and sisters, but I called my mom and I called my dad and I wished them happy birthday. I wished them Merry Christmas. And, you know, just knowing that they're there and I have love, that's all I need. I don't need them to constantly tell me or show me they love me. I know they love me and they're there. So anyway, I just want to make this video to uplift anybody who's going to be spending Christmas by themselves or just spending the holidays by themselves, or people who are just alone. You're away from your family for the first time. You don't have a mate or whatever. You're feeling a bit lonely. Like, take advantage of being single. Take advantage of being alone and do all the things that people who are obligated to answer to other people that they can't do. You know, take advantage of your singleness. Take advantage of that and enjoy it, embrace it, and change your outlook on it. You know what I mean? So, whatever. Fuck yeah. Anyway, Merry fucking Christmas, everybody. Have a happy fucking holiday. And have a happy, good fucking new year. This new year is going to be amazing. Let 2017 be your best fucking year yet, and subscribe to this fucking channel if you want to continue to follow me on this beautiful, amazing, crazy game called Life that we were part of. Subscribe, and if you subscribe, hit that bell so you get notifications when I upload. Like this video if you want to like it, and share this video if you want to share it for anybody who might be alone this year for the holidays. Yeah guys, thank you from Live, Love, Life, and Travel.
To hearts away, deep in a dream, the same old story. It's been told much too much before.